One of the most unexpected parts of changing your relationship with alcohol isn't anxiety, it's this. Things feel flat. Not worse, not better, just a bit empty. And if you're not expecting it, it can make you question everything because you assume that if you drink less or take a break, you should feel better, clearer, lighter, more like yourself. But instead, things can feel a bit muted, less excitement, less relief, less of that switch off feeling. And it's confusing because this was supposed to help. Flat doesn't feel dramatic, it's subtle. You might notice things don't feel as enjoyable as they used to. Evenings feel longer. You're not sure what to do with your time. You feel slightly disconnected from things. Not unhappy, just not fully engaged. And because it's not intense, it's easy to dismiss, but it's also hard to ignore. For a long time, alcohol has been doing something for you. It's been creating relief, changing your state, marking the transition between day and evening. It gives you a clear shift. And when that's removed, there's a space, not just physically, but mentally. And your system needs time to adjust to that because it's not just about removing alcohol, it's about recalibrating how you experience things. And that doesn't just happen instantly. This is the part that catches people out because flatness feels like a problem. It feels like this isn't working. Maybe I've made things worse. Maybe I was better off before. And those thoughts can feel convincing because you're comparing this new state to something that used to feel more immediate, more noticeable. But what you're actually experiencing is the absence of artificial contrast. Things aren't being pushed up or down, they're just settling. And naturally, when something feels flat, you want to change it. You want to feel something. And alcohol is the fastest way you know how to do that. Not because you're out of control, but because it reliably shifts your state into something you recognize. So the thought appears, maybe just tonight, just to take the edge off this feeling. And this is where many people go back. Not because things were bad, but because things felt neutral. But this phase isn't a problem, it's a transition. It's your system learning to operate without constant shifts. It's things returning to a more natural baseline. And that baseline can feel unfamiliar at first. Quieter, less reactive, less intense, but also more stable. And if you've ever found yourself in this phase, trying to make sense of it quietly, without fully knowing what's happening, that's something I explore more deeply in my book, When Drinking Feels Like Coping. And if you want something structured to guide you through it, the 30-day master reset plan with accompanying workbook helps you move through this phase with more clarity. No pressure, just there if it feels useful. Linked down below. Because what's interesting is, if you don't try to rush past this phase, something begins to change. Not because you're forcing it, but because your system starts to settle on its own. And the anxiety that used to feel constant often begins to ease. Not through effort, not through control, but through something much quieter. That's what we'll explore in the next video, why anxiety often improves without you having to try and fix it. It should be linked somewhere up there or maybe there.